Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will talk about some exercises on preposition. Dear students, in this module, I will analyze some board questions that will help you to understand prepositions better. Besides these practices, I will teach you some important grammatical rules. So this lesson will be an analysis class on preposition. So before going to practice 1, let me talk about an important rule. Whenever we are going to talk about likes and dislikes, we use love, enjoy, hate, like, and don't like to talk about our likes and dislikes. We add ing to the verb after these words. For example, we say, I love watching videos. I enjoy watching videos. I like watching videos. I hate watching videos. I don't like watching videos. I hope this will be very helpful for you. So practice number 1 is when the sun was setting A. The tree tops. The jailer came. B. The room of Socrates. To bid him prepare. C. Death. In those days, people were sentenced to death by giving a cup of D. Poison in Athens. Socrates knew this and he nodded E. The jailer. Bursting F. Tears, the jailer went out of the room and returned F. A cup of hemlock. Socrates lifted the cup to his lips. His pupils tried to keep back their tears, but soon the room was filled. H. The sound of weeping. With a cup of poison, I. Hand. Socrates said, What is the strange sound? I have heard a man should die. J. Peace. So be silent and have patience. So let's analyze this. When the sun was setting, the answer will be down. The treetops. The jailer came from the room of Socrates to bid him prepare for death. So down is the answer because it indicates setting aside. Here the sun is setting down because the sun is moving from higher to lower position. Here from is used to mean where the jailer started. And for is used to indicate the preparation. In those days, people were sentenced to death by giving a cup of poison in Athens. So of is used here to mean the amount. You see, the cup of poison. So of is used here to indicate the amount. Socrates knew this and he nodded to the jailer. To is expressing motion or the direction here. Bursting into tears, the jailer went out of the room and returned to a cup of hemlock. Into is used here to mean begin or to produce or do suddenly. So you see, burst into tears. That means suddenly begin. Okay? They suddenly started to cry. Bursting into tears, the jailer went out of the room and returned to a cup of hemlock. To is used here to indicate an act of coming and going back to a place or activity. Here the jailer went out of the room and returned. So that to is used here. Bursting into tears, the jailer went out of the room and returned to a cup of hemlock. So to is used here to mean act of coming and going back to a place or activity. Here you see the jailer went out of the room and returned to a cup of hemlock. So here to is used to mean the activity of coming and going. Socrates lifted the cup to his lips. His pupils tried to keep back their tears, but soon the room was filled with the sound of weeping. With is used here to mean accompanied by. With a cup of poison in hand, Socrates said, "What is the strange sound I have heard? A man should die for peace." So, in is used here to mean in the middle of here. Okay, in the middle of. So, for is used here to mean in order to. So, be silent and have patience. Practice 2. Before going to practice 2, let me tell you the uses of before and after with gerund. If we use a verb following before or after, we add ing. I took a shower after going to the beach. For example, after waking up, I eat breakfast. After having coffee, I feel great. After studying hard, I passed my exam. Before going to bed, I brush my teeth. Before working out, I stretch. Before taking the flight, I check in online. So the tense doesn't matter, past or present or future, we use ing with before and after. Always remember that we use verb plus ing with before and after. So now let's move to practice number 2. The grey-bearded sailor sat A. on a stone. B. The church. The sailor watched the people walking. C. Him. The married guest listened. Him. He had a strange mad look. E. His eyes. The old man told him. F. His last journey. G. The sea. They had sailed away. H. The south. I. They arrived. J. Cold grey seas. Let's analyze it. The grey-bearded sailor sat on a stone beside the church. So, on is used here to mean the sailor is physically in contact with and supported by surface. And beside is used here to mean at the side of or next to. The sailor watched the people walking towards him. Towards indicate to in the direction of. So the people walking in direction of him. The married guest listened to him. To indicates to approaching or reaching. He had a strange mad look in his eyes. In is used to mean the expression of the old man to his eyes. The old man told him about his last journey on the sea. So about indicates to on the subject of something here. About is used to mean the journey of the old man. And on is used here to mean the journey on the sea. They had sailed away from the south till they arrived in cold grey seas. So from is used here to mean where the old man started, and until indicates to up to. In indicates to in the middle of something. That means the old man is in the middle of the sea. So now we have practice 3. Before going to practice 3, let's talk about into and onto. When you are speaking, it doesn't matter if you don't know the difference because nobody will ever notice that you have said something wrong. When you are writing, however, it's important to know that these two aren't interchangeable and that they actually are very different. Into is a preposition that indicates movement inside or shows that something is within something. Practice number 3 is about trees. Trees are very useful. A. Dash man. They are highly essential. B. Dash our existence. They protect the rich topsoil. C. Dash getting washed away. D. Dash rainwater and floods. We can see trees being grown along the mountain slopes. E. Dash the roadsides. F. Dash the parks and gardens. They add beauty. G. Dash our lives. They provide us H. Dash food, wood, shade, shelter, and so on. They take I dash carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. So we should take care J dash trees. Okay, dear students, let's analyze this question. Trees are very useful for man. So for is used here to mean in order to. They are highly essential for our existence. So for is also used here to mean in order to. They protect the rich topsoil from getting washed away. So from is used here to mean the soil where the soil start washing away by rain, water and floods. So by is used here indicating the means of achieving something. So we can see trees being grown along the mountain slopes, along or by the roadsides, in the parks and gardens. Along is used here to mean moving in the constant direction. And in the parks and gardens, in is used here to mean the field. They add beauty to our lives. Here, add to. Okay? They provide us with food, wood, shade, shelter, and so on. So, provide with food, shelter. So, provide us food. This is a phrasal verb. So, you see, to provide someone with something. When we mean provide someone with something, we use with, the preposition with. They take in carbon dioxide. Actually, take in is a phrasal verb. Okay, here it is used to mean accepting something that is accepting carbon dioxide. They take in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. So we should take care of trees. So take care of indicates to taking care of something. Okay? Keep someone or something safe and provided for. Okay? Let's move to the next one. Okay? Before going to task number 4, we should talk about difference between for and since. You see, we use for before a length of time. We say for 5 years, for an hour, for a long time. We say she waited at the station for 2 hours. Since is used to mean a point in the past time. Okay? For example, since 10 a.m., since September, since 1992. For example, she is working since 7 a.m. We got our freedom, a dash, the sacrifice of hundreds and thousands dash lives. The patriots dash our land fought dash the oppression of the West Pakistani rulers. Finally, the oppressors were bound to surrender e dash our freedom fighters, but a great number f the sons of the land died g the war. Soon h the war, the government I Bangladesh founded the National Memorial Memory of the Martyrs. Dear students, let's analyze it. We got our freedom with or through the sacrifice of hundreds and thousands of lives. The patriots of our land fought against the oppression of the West Pakistani rulers. Finally, the oppressors were bound to surrender to our freedom fighters, but a great number of the sons of the land died in the war. Soon after the war, the government of Bangladesh founded the National Memorial in memory of the martyrs. So, dear students, I have analyzed some questions for you, and whenever you will go through to your text, try to read everything by analyzing it. Whenever you analyze the text, then it will be very fruitful for you. But if you read without understanding, that will not be helpful for you. So now task 1 is for you. Try to do it by yourself. I caught sight dash him while crossing the road. Task 2 is I'm glad to receive your letter. You have wanted to know dash. Task 3. Flowers are the excellent gift of nature. They existed dash the earth dash. Okay. Prepositional phrases are very important. I suggest you to learn them. Here I have given prepositional phrases for you. So we are talking about preposition. Whenever we are talking about preposition, we cannot skip talking about time. So dear students, learn how to talk about times. What time is it? You can say 12 o'clock. When you are talking about a specific time, when you are mentioning about a specific time, then you can say o'clock. You can say 5 past 12, 10 past 12, quarter past 12. 20 past 12, 25 past 12, half past 12, 25 to 12, 22 12, quarter to 12, 10 to 12, 5 to 12. Right. I hope you understand it. You can also tell the time in general like this way. You see, it's 3:05. It's 7:50. It's 12:45. When speaking about different times of the day, we often use in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, and so on. 8 a.m. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 12:15 in the afternoon. It's 8:30 in the evening. It's quarter to 12 at night. Dear students, our next class will be on right form of verbs. Try to read about this topic. So that's all for today. Take care, dear students. Stay home, stay safe. Thanks to you all.